Hi, I'm Phil Bridges, owner of Straight Arrow Repair. Ever want to know how a repairman fixes things? Well, come with me and I'll show you how I solve problems. Let's make things better together. What I'm doing just right now is give myself an idea how much this beam right through here has got to go up. So I put a level on a fairly straight board just to give myself an idea. That's the high side, this is the low, so what we got to come up in general is right whatever gap there is there when I get this level right about there. Inch and a half, inch and a quarter. So we got a long crawl. There's a block wall we got to crawl through, and then there's a beam through here, and we got a lot of what I intend to do on this one. If the beam seems to be sturdier and not all crushed and rotted, what I'm going to do on this is yell up here to John. I need him to cut a distance between the two piers, and we're going to put them on the bottom of the beam, and then we're going to put our jacking blocks, jack, steel, and whatever wood, and we'll bring it beam up. This will help keep it from getting smashed and give it a little more strength. And I hope that will work. If it don't, then we'll go back to putting wood on the sides to support, and we'll show you what we did yesterday under high tension because of creaking and popping and breaking beams. There's literally movie cracks in the beam that we were jacking up on. But we got it in there where it's not doing that anymore. It's not relying on that. It's relying on the new wood that we put in. So it's there, and the wood is, the floor in there is much, much better. So now here we go. Go down the hole again. So we're over here underneath the house, and we've replaced all the, or not replaced, we've put 2x6 to support this beam that's been exposed to the weather for too long, and we've done all the way down. Confusing everything. And the floor is level now, or as level as this floor can be. We put a board on it and don't have any gaps. We got it level, and it's level the way it needs to be. And now we're going to move over through to the middle. So we got to go through a walkway right over there. Can you see that? Yeah. And there's a beam over there. So we're gathering up. I got this little bag that we can throw all the little pieces in. I don't have to keep constantly throwing them, but you can do it that way. But if you notice here, I wanted to point out none of these piers have less than 1.5 inches of wood. You want to have at least 1.5 inches of wood. But none of it's, I would like to have had a half pad here, but I got to save the half pads for the rest of the project. I'm using the materials that she asked me to use, and we're going to go do it. So here we go.
Can you go up on this end?
Yeah, let's go up there. Keep an eye on everything. We're not actually moving the beam up yet. Rather see the, yeah, we are going up.
Here, let's set this.
Yeah. somebody was going to put a light down here. Talk about being in the doghouse. Get down there. Stay down there till I'm happy with you. All right. All right, let's reset all the piers. Put wood on top of them. This one over here in the kitchen is still tight. We're very close to it. This needs some wood. One by. Do we have any of those laminate floor things?
One. Yeah. Oh, we have two.
Well, that's so tight I don't want to go in there. Weird. Shut up. Okay. Let's go up some more.
Well, I gotta wedge up mine. So give me a second.
Oh yeah, you got to build yours up.
And we gotta change it because it's going the wrong way.
Yeah, let's do that.
So let's show them what you're talking about.
All right. Not that this house is wiggling around, but it's a bad habit. You want your blocks to run across your pier. And the reason I didn't do that here, if you notice the pads, instead of having to deal with a full 16 by 16 pad, they got 2 half pads, which is better than what they have been doing because they're all just single half pads. That spreads out more weight. But when you're going to put blocks on top of it, you want your half pads run this way. And then your block will run across your beam, and that way you won't get wobble. The beam's going to want to roll this way or that way. It's not going to go this way. Okay, so we're going to take this down. Let me get my hammer.
The big hammer right here.
Well, here it is. Let me get this right. That's stuck in there. That's another reason why I like straight claw. All right. We don't have a little level, so hello?
There's 2 people here.
We got to go up quite a bit more.
These are the 1x that were in there, but they're not very good. So, let's put that there. Gotta go up a little bit.
Yeah, let's go up some.
Alright.
Well, we've fixed the beams and brought everything up to as close as we could. I think we're 3/8 of an inch off in the corner over here. We can't go up anymore, starting to break the the floor joist and the beam. And on the other side we added a pier and we jacked up a opening that needed to be reset. The piers were all out of whack, but these are all things that you can do. You just have to be careful, cautious, do a little at a time, and this is what has to be done to get the house where it needs to be right. So we'll show you I think it will show you a video of us doing the house wrap on the floor, and then we'll put plastic on the dirt. I know that's redundant, but it's what the customer wants, so we're going to do what the customer wants, and it just makes it that much better. So anyway, thanks for hanging around. See ya. It's Phil Bridges. If you like what you saw, you think it might be helpful to somebody else, push that like button and let other people know what you and I now know. And we'll work together toward making a brighter future. And by the way, we're not Americans, we're Americans. See you next time.